New camera setup. New camera setup. As you can see, there is now a beautiful top-down camera. A beautiful top-down camera that I can use to show things like chisels and how the edges are nicked. And I don't even have to hold it way the fuck up there. I could say zoom in and hold it only moderately close to the camera and sort of try and figure out what my hands are doing. And maybe you can see some nicks in the edges. I think the one up here is pretty pronounced, which is cool. And in addition to that, I've got camera angle here, and I've got camera angle here, and this thing will also swivel, move around, do stuff, but zoom out. Swivel. Sort of pan. And I think I'm going to get a quick release for it eventually. But, and this is pretty cool, I approve. You can just lock it into place. Go to town. Show off some sick dovetails. Check that shit out. Too much zoom. Too much zoom. Sick dovetails. So sick. Extremely sick. Ill. Violently so. Yeah. I'm pretty pleased with this. And I should be able to move this camera around, get some different sort of angles if need be on the floor or the wall. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this setup. This is kind of neat. And it's relatively easy to just lock it in place, which is cool. And now I'm just ready to go and explain dovetails and I don't know, Japanese pole saws, which are my favorite kind of saw versus, say, one of these dum-dums. One of these dum-dums. I'm not a big fan of the Western backsaw. Feels really great in the hand. Feels fantastic in the hand. It's got a nice heft to it. It's got a good grip, even for my fat, pudgy fingers. And it's got a good balance, a good sort of like weight along the spine. And places for your thumb to go. And places for your hand to go when you're sawing. I think that's a plus to it. The minus, however, in my opinion, is that you have to have a very authoritative forward stroke when you're starting a cut, which is not, to me, a supernatural action. When I start a cut, at least, having not been a professional sawyer, I would tend to pull back. And that's exactly what you're not supposed to do on a saw like this. You're supposed to, like, with authority, go forward, which I can't even do right now because that's the way the teeth are raked. The teeth are raked, and maybe I can do a sick zoom here. You can catch some of this. The teeth are raked in the forward direction so that you cut on the forward stroke. And like once you start the cut, it's pretty good. But these Japanese saws, they cut on the pull stroke, which I find very smooth and very natural. And one technique that's also very natural is to like go down and then switch on the other side and then even it out down the middle. And the other thing is that this saw costs, I don't know, like $20-$30, and it's essentially disposable, which people like to bitch about. Whereas this one here is around It is not $20 to $30. I want to say it's like $70 or $80. However, the nerds like it because it's sharpenable. However, learning to sharpen a handsaw like this is its own separate skill, one which I do not have the time to master. Additionally, like I said, I don't prefer the way it cuts. I prefer the way this cuts. When this gets dull, you just buy a new one, and you're out $30. Or even on this one, you can just pull the whole blade out, I think. Should I pull the whole blade out? I'm not going to pull the whole blade out with this little thing. And you can buy replacement blades. But the nerds like to bitch. In addition, the kerf on these cuts. This is the Western pull saw, or push saw, back saw, pardon me. And this is the pull saw. Here, these are the two Japanese pull saws. And if you just look at how much thinner those two lines are, much thinner. And in my opinion, much cleaner. Looks great to me. I love these things. I love these things so much that I've got far too many of them. I sold two of the back saws and then bought these. I got so many of these sort of fine cut joinery ones because I was on the search for the perfect saw that would make me the expert straight cutter. This one I bought first and is useful because it's got cross-cut tooth on this side, rip tooth on this side, and it has no spine like these ones, so you can just like go to town with this dang thing, which is nice. However, these ones are for like fine joinery dovetails type shit, and work great. This one even has hardened teeth. If you can see the bluing on the tooth here. Maybe not. There's a little bit of bluing on the tooth. I love these things. These are much better. But I was in pursuit of the perfect saw, and I think all of these are about equal. I think if I had to pick one, I'd maybe pick this one or this one. But at the end of the day, they cut really good. And the thing that was holding me up wasn't that the saw was bad or anything. It was that my technique was bad. And the only way to get better, as with most of this woodworking shit, is to practice. So, but like I said, to discover that, this is like 20. This is so like $80 total, whereas this is $80. And all of these are great. Whereas this, I don't enjoy it all. I keep it around just because, I don't know, I should probably sell this one too. But there you go. Anyways, back to the tool wall. They make a fun sound. At least that one does. When you put it on the magnet. And got a bow saw here. Not a fan of the bow saw. Tell you what's great though. This new Concepts fret saw is pretty much perfect. Like the only problems I have with it's got this thing. So loose blade right now. You do that. Blade is tight, and that's so when you store it, you store the blade loose so that it will hopefully not get like shitty. The blade won't get bad and like stretched out or whatever. And in addition, you can rotate it to 45 degrees, so you can cut like this. I guess 45 degrees the other way, 45 degrees this way, so that you can cut like this and make like basically infinitely long cuts that are the distance there, which is neat. Works exactly as advertised. I think this is a great buy. Get you a new Concepts fret saw if you don't have one. Out of all the stuff I've bought, and this is the one I least regret. Out of all of that stuff, I least regret the new Concepts fret saw. And that's the saws. I got a Distin panel saw off eBay, and that's where I discovered that the issue with hand sharpening your own saw and hand sharpening your own saw really fucking sucks. Really sucks. Like, would you like to get to woodworking, or would you like to sharpen a fucking saw? And, you know, that's an individual choice you have to make. And for me, I quickly discovered that I have do not have the patience for sharpening a saw. So I went with the Japanese ones. That's all for now. Bye.